Government has issued 2 crore permanent account numbers or PAN cards in just the 4 months from December last year to March this year. Timsy, let's get her back with us. Timsy, this is a substantial jump. Help us understand the math that you're picking up from your sources so far.
Well, according to the data released by the Income Tax Department, the government has seen a huge surge in allotment of PAN numbers. Government officials told CNBC TV 18 that almost 2 crore PANs were issued between December 2017 and March 2018, out of which 1.9 crore allotments were to the individuals, that is people like you and me. On the other hand, if one analyzes the data, over 87,000 firms were allotted PAN again in the same period. Government divides the society in 8 broad categories like company, government, HUF, etc., which accounts for all the entire ecosystem of PANs. Interestingly, a top government official said that last time over 2 crore PANs were issued during the demonetization period, in the period of just 3 months. When we checked the trend with government and various tax experts and asked them as to what might have led to this growth, they said that more and more transactions now require submission of PAN, which means to conclude a transaction, a lot of details are to be given, and one of the main detail is the PAN number. Not just this, GST has led to a lot more tax compliance, where again you need your PAN. Even the concept of presumptive tax scheme has helped in bringing smaller entities within the tax fold, thus which has led to an increase in the demand of PAN numbers. For the benefit of our viewers, I would like to add that currently we have more than 36 crore PAN holders in the country, and government aims to add more and more so that everyone is under the taxman's vigil. Back to you.
Okay, Timsy, thanks for that. Let me get Money back into the conversation. Money, what do you make of this jump in PAN numbers? Is it because the point that Timsy was making, that due to GST, we are seeing an increased tax compliance, and that could explain this jump in numbers?
Yeah, I think GST can certainly be one reason as to why this is happening. I think it is delightful to see that we are becoming a more and more tax compliant society as a whole. But overall, the fact that the GST number, in order to apply for a GST registration, it is necessary to have a PAN, and therefore a GST registration number cannot be processed for anyone without a PAN, should certainly be one of the reasons why there is an upsurge as far as PAN is concerned. The other reason could be the various transactions where a PAN is now required to be quoted, where increasingly it is becoming very difficult for various sections of people and various sections of business to conduct their business without a PAN. And a combination of these factors could have led to an upsurge as far as the number of PAN applications and the number of PAN allotments are concerned. One very significant point that we have to keep in mind is over the last few years, the process of getting a PAN allotted has become truly very simple. That is also leading more and more people to apply for new PAN because the overall process is streamlined, and it's very simple and easy to now get a new PAN.
Okay, Rohan, do you agree to this point that it's a combination of GST, it's a combination of increased tax compliance and increased requirement of PAN in various transactions?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the confluence of all of those factors has led to this upsurge, and I'd also like to believe that somewhere the entirety of the growing influence of electronic commerce, whether in the payment stream or in the transactional stream for trade, has also had a contributing factor, because you have to have a PAN in the context of any such transaction. So all in, I think the factor of the larger tax footprint in GST and the more number of PANs hopefully are taking us to a more compliant society, which is undoubtedly good news.